Welcome back. Students in Itawamba County hear from a man whose family members survived one of the darkest events in modern history, the Holocaust. Allie Martin shows us how Holocaust Remembrance Week was observed at Itawamba Agricultural High School.
For about an hour Wednesday morning, students in Dustin Wren's social studies class listened as Eli Penhaus talked about the atrocities his family members experienced during the Holocaust.
The first transport from Thessaloniki with my cousin Heinz Cunha and his family trudged slowly toward its destination.
Eli's mother narrowly escaped death by hiding in the mountains and joining the resistance against the Nazis. His dad escaped to Athens and was able to avoid deportation. However, his uncle was arrested and taken to a concentration camp, and a cousin was imprisoned at Auschwitz.
This really happened. This is not just something that was written in a history book. This was my parents. This was my aunts, my uncles, my grandparents that I never knew that this happened to.
Penhaus tells how his uncle and cousin were liberated from the death camps and made their way back to Greece. His cousin, now in his 90s, lives in Thessalonica. Penhaus says he wants to educate people about the Holocaust, and he is especially troubled at what he sees as similarities between the Holocaust and the current war in the Ukraine.
You see the pictures, and you see people running away, and civilians, parents, mothers, and children running away and being shot at. I mean, what harm could they do?
Students say they appreciated the chance to hear from someone who has a connection to the Holocaust.
The fact that his family survived this, so many of his parents lived through it, and he growing up with that, it brings a new perspective, a new viewpoint of the whole situation. As someone like me who learned it through the history books and hearing it from my teachers, I could never have the same recollection of knowledge of that as he could.
A personal perspective will always overrule what you'll learn from secondhand sources, and just being able to just hear from someone who had personal ties to that just adds that much more to the message of it.
Although Eli Penhaus is retired at age 69, his calling now is to tell as many people he can his family members' stories, so what they went through will never be forgotten and hopefully will never happen again. In Fulton, Allie Martin, WCBI News.